You currently locked in to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy, B. Jones, aka Bolo, and you know when I'm pulling up to the porch. I can't pull up without my dog.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Big Smitty, aka D Nice. And you heard what Bolo just said. This is the porch. Welcome. Bolo, man, how you feeling right now, brother? I'm in a good mood today. I'm feeling
great. Bless, highly favored. You know, we can't come on here unless we talk about God.
Of
10
course.
Toes. God is good. You know what I mean? How about yourself, brother?
All the time. And you heard it from our special guest, and we're about to bring her in. And she may look a little familiar to y'all. But yeah, I'm feeling so good. I know we have a special episode underway, and we just had a last episode was amazing. Ooh, we brought our wives to the porch for the first time ever.
That. That's a very big move. That's a very big flex on y'all part.
We were nervous, Jen. We were nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it went well. It went well.
How do you guys feel? Because this is such a space that you all created for yourselves and for your guests. So how did it feel to have them in that space, right? It's a lot different.
Yeah, it was. I think it's funny too. So for my wife, I didn't even show her the rundown. I just wanted her to just go in it naturally and just kind of come off the hip with whatever she was gonna say. So that did make me a little bit nervous, but I just think it definitely allowed us to, give the porch viewers a little bit of a different side of us, to allow them to see, obviously other parts. We talk about our wives, quite often in certain, areas. So to see them and hear them too, it just draws them in a little closer to us. So it turned out well though. It ended up being really good.
I love that.
Got great feedback. I know from my wife specifically, we're opposite in the sense of I'm the guy, I walk into the building, I'm loud, I'm speaking to everybody, what's up, what's going on? She's way more reserved than me, where it takes her a little bit more time to kind of get comfortable. I guess I'll use the word shy. I don't know if that's even the right word. She's just more laid back, where it's let me read the room a little bit before I decide to go. But it's funny, as she and Bolo's wife, Kayla, as they both kind of loosened up, it became a great episode. And it was just it was interesting episode and just fun. So shout out to them. Definitely had a good one.
That. Shout out to the wives, because it takes some strong women to hold y'all down, I'm sure.
Come on,
Facts.
Man. Real strong.
Facts.
But yes, man, again, like we told you guys before, our guest today may look a little familiar because we did have her on in a previous episode. She's a sex therapist, relationship therapist, just an overall great person. And listen, we had to spin the block with her one more time because the fans want her on. And listen, no more time needs to be taken apart. It's the one and only Jenifer Smith. Welcome back to the porch.
Thank you so much for having me back. I really had a good time on our last episode, so I'm really excited to be back today and kind of do somewhat of a Valentine's Day special and educate some people on some of the naughtier sides to my job. So I'm excited.
Porch family, like I know right now, we getting naughty today. So listen, if you're under 18, I don't know, you might just want to be cautious. You know what I mean? Talk to your parents first. Have an adult with you, because we getting naughty today. I'm letting y'all know right now.
We need one of those discretion where you click 18 or older before you can click on it. So stop what you're doing. Go ahead and just click that imaginary button right there. So we ain't tied to nothing. So, but if you're listening to Caffeine, go ahead and share this, because it's about to be wild. This is perfect. It's Valentine's Day. It's about to be crazy. Everybody want to get something going and put some flair into, the bedroom and everything. So this is the perfect place to be to get you to that point. So
yes, it is. But before we dive into that, we got to start with our porch news, of course. And Bolo, obviously, you are our lead host for the porch news. So without further ado, what we got today?
Check this out, Porch family. Getting to this. So Chad Ochocinco was on Shannon Sharp's podcast, Club Shay Shay, and he said that he knew his wife was the one when he took her out to McDonald's on their first date, and she didn't mind. Woo. So I gotta ask y'all, Porch family, do you think other single men should follow the same method on their first date? So Jen, what do you think? What do you think about that?
I do think that there is a trend of this going on right now. Maybe not necessarily McDonald's, but I've been out on some dates in the last year where guys definitely are choosing to not spend money on the first date, and asking to go for coffee or asking to go for a walk in the park or something like athletic where you're just like out in the elements and you don't have to really spend any money, but it still is like a time for us to get to know each other and talk and things like that. And I recently had a guy ask me to go to a bookstore together because, like, and I thought that was like different. It was an intellectual conversation of like, what kind of books are you reading? What do you like? Where's your head at? Type of conversation. And at first I thought it was kind of weird because I was like, a bookstore, like this also seems very like serial killer. I don't know. But right. I consulted a couple of guy friends and they were like, no, that's actually a dope date. And they had actually already done that too. So, I think guys are definitely wanting to really see where women's heads are at and not spend as much money up front on the first date. Save some coins for themselves and see if she's worth it, I'll spend the money. But if not, then I didn't waste my time and I didn't waste my money.
That's a fact.
Got you. Now I'm gonna jump in, but I think it's interesting, right? So I understand Chad's point. It's like, listen, if you're okay with just going to McDonald's on our first date, we just met, I feel like, you're somebody who's not with me just because of my money or because of who I am. And you actually want to get to know who I am as a human being. You know what I'm saying? So I do get that point, but I also question that, like, okay, yeah, you're at McDonald's, but she knows who you are. She still knows your Chad.
True, very true.
She knows what type of money you got. So like, if you're a regular dude, making, I don't know, 50,000 a year or whatever the case may be, and you take your girl out to McDonald's on their first date, I don't know if you'll get the same exact reaction as Chad Ochocinco.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's like, yeah, you taking me here, but I know what you can really afford. So it's like I'm making a sacrifice now to go to the steakhouse later on.
Very true.
But I think too, like, you get a good gauge of the woman well before you even get to the date based upon how she responds. So no matter where you taking her, based upon how she responds, you can that kind of lets you know where she is. But I am on the other side of the fence of like a woman kind of like feeling like damn, can you value me a little bit more? Like, am I a little bit more than McDonald's or, Portillo's or whatever like that? So
take me to Applebee's at least.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
all you can eat for $14.99.
You can get a two for $25. Like,
take me to Chili's. Like, right.
But I will say this, Jen, though. I think your answer, though, was a bit shocking to me because when I look at social media now and I look at girls now, it's like they live for like the wine and dine, and like, you can't take me out unless you taking me to this 5-star restaurant. You know what I mean? You paying the bill, like you doing all this stuff, and they taking pictures of their food without like taking the pictures of their date. It's just like the food and stuff like that. So we see that all the time. So I don't think guys ain't taking that in when it's time to go on dates. So it's tough. It's tough out here, man. I just think it's hard.
But also, like, some of those girls are faking. I want guys to know that girls do fake that shit too. Of like, like they faking like they're going on these amazing dates because that's how they want someone to take them out. But really, that's how they're taking themselves out.
Damn, you out here giving away the game.
Hold on, so you
saying
women are out to eat by themselves, taking pictures of the plate. What?
Yeah,
you dropped the gems, Bolo.
Because think about it too. Like, if you're out with a girl and she takes a picture of her food and didn't include you in the picture, you're using my date to now advertise for other people.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, that's guys.
I got another angle. Not to cut you off. I got another angle though. Some guy, it depends on the relationship. Because I know some guys who they don't want to be advertised for whatever reason. So some men, it might be an agreement in certain situations, whether you a sneaky link, a side piece, or you just don't want everybody in your business, where the man might be like, you know what? You can show my shirt a little bit or show my hand reaching out, but do not show my face.
But bro, some women be just trying to get a free dinner, bro.
That too. I honestly am a big advocate of don't ask somebody to spend money on something that you can't buy for yourself. I just think that's fair, or that you wouldn't spend on that person. I like my mom always raised me like, don't ask somebody to take you to a dinner that you can't afford to pay for both of your meals in case that person doesn't. And so like that stuck with me a lot. And let me tell you, I have picked up some checks in my days because something happened with the guy's card and he's going to pay for both our dinners. And I was very glad that I had that in mindset, since I was a kid. But I think a lot of women ask guys for things that they can't obtain themselves, which is just unfair. It just is unfair because you know, we have fought really hard to ask for more money. Women are now making more than men in a lot of cases. So like, why are you not okay with spending money too? Thanks. You know what I mean? I think if you're asking somebody to spend that much money on like the first date, then the second date, you need to be like, I got this. I'll pick up the check, or I'll pay for this. Like, you need to offer. But I think a lot of women just be faking like that, you know? But it's interesting that, so when I saw this interview, I have my own Chad Ochocinco story.
Ooh, okay.
So when I lived in Miami, and I lived on South Beach, and Chad also lived in Miami during the off season. He used to, and it's like when everybody was on Twitter, he used to put on Twitter that he would be at News Cafe on Ocean Drive, and if anybody wanted to come by and have lunch with him, he would pay for it. And he would sit out there at News Cafe, which is like, right, it used to be on Ocean Drive, across from Wet Willie's, and he used to sit out there for like hours just talking to people, just chopping it up, right? News Cafe was not an expensive place. Like the most expensive thing, I mean, most people went there for breakfast, but a lot of the times the food was like no more than like maybe $35, like most expensive place. But he would be out there for hours and literally pick up the checks for multiple people out there, or he would put these announcements out and then people would just go and sit at the table with him, have a good conversation. He'd be like, well, have a good day. He's always been that kind of person. Like, so when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I'm not surprised by this, by no means, because I had to see it for myself for years. He used to do that.
Now I got to ask you, before we move on, did you ever have the opportunity to sit down with him at News and eat?
I didn't, because at the time I was a diehard Steelers fan, still am, and I would never be seen with someone who plays the Bengals.
Now that's a real fan.
That's real. That's real right there.
I'm like, you cool and everything, Chapman. I'm sorry, but I'm going to be sitting here paying for my own breakfast because I cannot be associated with those colors.
Oh, that's real. Okay. That's real. Respect that, man. I love it, man. Porch family, y'all let us know what y'all think, man. First date, McDonald's, is that you cool with that? Or does it have to be something high end? Let us know what you think. But Bolo, let's move on to our next topic on the Porch News.
All right, Porch family, get into this. This is crazy. This will throw you for a loop right here. All right, so a story came out last week that Minnesota Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards, super athletic guy, right? He supposedly eats 21 bags of hot fries every single week. So obviously, if y'all don't know, this is Darnell's favorite chip, like food. He literally will die for some hot fries, y'all. It is crazy, right? Do you think he's speaking facts, or you think he's capped? Super athletic guy eating 21 bags of hot fries a week.
Here, let me break it down real quick, man. I've been eating hot fries since about 96. So
96.
You don't remember the year?
I've been eating hot fries for a long time, Jen. A long time. You know, it's my favorite. This is my first love, y'all. You know what I mean? She ain't never let me down. Always stood strong beside me. And listen, I can tear these. I can eat a lot of chips. But 21 bags of these in a week is impossible. Now, I need more clarity, though, from Anthony Edwards. If it's the little bag, like the old school little 25-cent bags, then maybe. But if they're the full bags like this, there's no way in hell he's eating 21 bags a week. Because he still has to eat other food, right, throughout the day.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, who's eating like 21 bags of chips just in general, though? Not even hot chips. Just 21 bags of chips is just a lot of chips.
In a week?
To be an athlete, like a top tier athlete too, like.
Yeah. I know he's young. And you know, when you're younger, you're able to just kind of eat crazy and still go out there and perform. But again, 20, it's the number. If he said like 6-7 bags, all right, that's high, but that's feasible, But 21, that means he's eating three bags a day.
Mm-hmm. That's ridiculous.
Oh no, man! So
his asshole probably on fire. he probably going through it.
He going through it, man. Hey, man, if you listen, I think you're capping, Anthony Edwards, if you're listening in. But listen, even if you're telling the truth, slow it down, buddy. I love these chips as well, but 21, will you do something for me? 21 is too many, so slow that down. Slow that down. But all right, we got one more topic on the Porch News, and this one, I saw this one, Bolo. And I didn't know how to react.
You want to cringe, bro.
Yeah, bro. Go ahead, introduce to the Porch, man. Because I want to hear Jen's reaction to this one.
Okay, so get into this, Porch family. Hold whatever you got, hold on to it. So Clemson guard Brevin Galloway had one of the worst and unique injuries a man could ever have. And after he woke up from surgery, he explained exactly this. And I quote, "This morning I went to list. I went to piss. I came back to take a nap. I woke up from a nap and my balls were in my nutsack and they were exploded.
His balls exploded.
My balls exploded, right? So luckily, obviously, Porch family, he was able to recover. But as a man, I guess, Darnell, let me ask you, like, what would you do if like your balls just exploded?
Bro, like, I think the word exploded is what's kind of throwing me up, like throwing me off. Like, I'm trying to understand like the visual of explosion. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just thinking like pieces of them just everywhere. Like that doesn't, woo! Even talking about it right now is like I felt a little something in my body just now. I think I would just scream, bro. Like, you would think I was a little kid. I probably would scream on top of my lungs. The whole apartment building would probably hear me. I probably have a damn panic attack. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Exploded?
I can't even fathom. That's why I say women, like, I know y'all got a lot of things going on with your bodies too, but we got a lot of things that's external, that's loose, that move around a lot, can get twisted up and everything. So we got to take care of, you know, ourselves too. You know what I mean? We just can't be out here all willy-nilly. Things get twisted up and, you know, we don't know.
You don't know what it's like to have a nutsack have some balls. So I'm telling you, if you get your balls exploded, it's tough.
Listen, I had read this story as well, and I was like, next. Like, I have no sympathy because I'm like, this happens to y'all very infrequent. Like, these stories are very infrequent. And I'm like, y'all have no threshold for pain. We go through pain every month. Every month. Women who choose to have babies, it's like 10 months. You're in pain, uncomfortable the entire damn time. You don't know what it's like to have breasts. And let me tell you, those things get twisted up and tangled too. Okay. There are plenty of times where they feel like they're going to explode. So I'm y'all be fine.
Jen, our genitals though are like the most sensitive area.
I'm familiar with them. Don't worry, I'm familiar.
You said I got experience with them.
Yeah, I know they're sensitive.
They are so sensitive though. So just imagine just like, I mean, obviously I'm not going to compare it to like giving birth. Like, that'll be asinine to do that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to have nobody jump on my back. But listen,
compare it to the woman's breast though, because she brought up breasts. I feel like that's a good comparison. I feel like
they might be more sensitive than breasts though.
They definitely are. Because listen, if my memory serves me correct, Bolo, last time Jen was on the porch, she was talking about a nipple orgasm, and she told the porch she likes her man to bite, squeeze, suck, pull, nibble. Now listen, you can't bite on my balls. Not my balls. Maybe I've never heard a man say, baby, ooh, bite my balls. I've never heard that term ever in my life.
Those men exist.
Bite your balls?
Yeah.
Bite.
They have like clamps that you can put on the balls. Guys love shit like that.
Oh my God.
I'm not there yet. Oh, you know what? This is the perfect time. We gotta ask her. You already know what I'm about to ask her. Jen, this is perfect. This is like your world. Obviously, a couple episodes ago, we talked about Carisha Please, right? And she talked about the golden showers. So we gotta ask you, like, that's kinky of the kinkiest. Like,
yeah.
Would you enjoy a golden shower? Is that like your thing? Like, why do people accept that?
Hell no. I would not like it. I've been asked, could someone do that on me? And I'm like, absolutely not. I don't even like to give them. I've had guys ask me to give them and I don't feel comfortable with that. A lot of people like golden showers because it is like, there's like a form of like ownership. Like I've left my trademark on you. Like I've claimed you, you know what I mean? Like
I stuck my flag in the moon. Okay.
Yeah. And
for the giver or the receiver. For the giver, like the one doing the showering.
It depends on, like if you're asking someone to pee on you, like everybody has a different kink and why they want it, right?
Right.
But for a lot of people that I've talked with that like for someone to pee on them, it is like of an ownership thing of like this person has like stamped me and like branded me, and I like that feel of that ownership. It's also like like when you have somebody come on you, you're like, I did that. I brought that out of them. Like they came on me. And that's the same thing as like someone peeing on you. It's still their bodily fluids.
That's what I remember. I said that, Danielle, last time. I was like, I kind of compared that to it, but I was just like, I couldn't like really like put myself in the mindset like when you like are erect and then like, you know what I mean? Obviously you ejaculate from that view, but like, if you're in the mood, whatever, I just couldn't imagine just peeing just, you know, in
I mean,
that moment. You
I
know
just
what
think
I'm
it's
saying?
different because, like, yeah, a woman's like, "Oh, I made you come. I made him come." Okay, that's true. So that's a different. Like, I can understand how that could turn you on. But like, you didn't make me like. I mean, did you make me pee necessarily? I mean, yeah, you do have to pee after you come. So I guess you technically did. But like,
True, very true.
nah, I just hydrated. That's why I got to pee. I
Oh,
drank some water today. You didn't
so
cause this.
damn.
That's
Okay.
interesting though. That's an interesting perspective.
It is like a form of like ownership and just like I do think there's a big difference of like when people ask like can they like will you pee on me and then people that want to drink your pee. Those are two very different I think kinks for me.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I've been asked both and I was like no and I'm leaving now. Like I'm just
No,
like
I'm out.
I don't yeah, I was like, oh, this is where I draw the line and I'm gonna leave now. Like
Damn.
You know it's super kinky when Jen like, all right, he's going
That's
too
too
far,
much.
brother.
I mean,
Talking
listen,
about
I'm gonna
drinking?
say stuff, but like everybody has their hard nose. Everybody has their hard nose, and there were definitely some things that are hard nose for me, and I just was like, no, like I don't think so. Like if this is what you want me to do, and I already know the other kinky shit that we already did, I know I'm way too deep. Like I'm in too deep here.
Way too deep. Man. But nah,
That is wild.
I'm glad you brought that up, Bolo. I completely forgot. You know, we had just talked about that and you had
So
to
wait,
hear
so
it
what
from
would
you.
y'all do if y'all wives asked for that?
No.
I know my wife ain't asking for
My
that
wife,
shit.
hell yeah, my wife definitely ain't.
It's all about the potential. Like, what if she did?
Right. We'll get there. Like I know we'll continue to, you know, as you get older and stuff like that, spice it up and more.
Right.
Like I'm gonna be real with you, Jen. Like we ain't there yet, and I ain't even thinking about it. It's good now.
Like, and I don't want us to get there.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get there. I ain't trying to think about it yet. So, but
I would feel so disrespectful just pissing on my wife.
Yeah, it's like degraded.
I couldn't even look. I have to look back like this while I'm pissing. I'm like,
come on.
What I'm saying? I can't look at my wife. I can't just look at her and like, I'm really peeing on my wife. Oh my God. This just sounds silly. You say, I'm sorry. I'm not judging. It just sounds kind of like the visual. Like
that's just, that's degrading as fuck. Damn.
To each his own, though. To each his
own. To each his own.
But that is a wrap of Porch News. Thank you, Bolo, for bringing that to the porch. You know, fans who are tuning in right now, Lava Caffeine, let us know what you think. Maybe you're a fan of the Golden Shower. Maybe there's a perspective that we're not thinking of. Please let us know in the comments. But like we told you guys before, this is a kinky episode, and it's about to go down. We're talking about sex toys, and our expert here, Jen, has some toys that she's about to bring to the porch. I do have a few questions I want to ask to lead up to that point, because you know, sex toys. A lot of times when you hear about toys, right? I think a natural thought is like, you know, just dildo, vibrator, like real simple. And you think about self-pleasure. But obviously there's a lot of different types of toys that couples can use and, you know, et cetera. So, but starting off with just the self-pleasure toys, right? What are some of the benefits of just using sex toys in general?
Yeah, that's a good question. The benefits of using sex toys is really to be able to explore your own body and really learn about what arouses you, what doesn't arouse you. Also, like what stimulates you to the point that like you can have an erection or you could have an orgasm, what just feels good on your skin versus like what feels good with penetration. Like it's a lot of different variables about just learning your own body. And then you can take those variables and teach them to your partner, you know. But if you already have a partner, it's good just educational ways to learn about each other's bodies and explore like, I really like that sensation of vibration, or I actually don't like the vibration in this pulse pattern, but I do like the texture of this toy. Like it's just about learning and really growing together, or even on your own of just like, what is there out there that brings me pleasure, and like I want to explore that, and that's okay.
Love it.
Now let me ask you this. Like, I know, like, for somebody who's never used a toy before, I could just see them walk into the store, like making sure that my box has 2 boxes on it so nobody sees it, so they feel ashamed or nervous, right? I guess, what was like your first experience? Like, were you nervous about it? Like, did you like kind of like timidly like jump into it? Like, what got you into that point?
I wasn't nervous because I mean, like I've always been talking about sex. I've always been talking about sex, and like my actual first experience was I was of the era of like passion parties. And so we used to have them in college. And so in college, I had a sex talk radio show. And we used to have like one rep in the area where we lived. And so I went to like a toy party. And so when I met her, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is amazing. Like she's just bringing all these toys and she gives you all this education about how to use them, what materials they're made out of. And like at the time, like when, you know, they were all like battery operated, like what kind of batteries go with them and how you can use them with a partner, how you can use them by yourself. Like I love the education aspect of it. And I was like, wow, this is like so amazing, you know? And so I thought it was so amazing. I was like, well, you have to share this information with other people. So I talked about it on our radio show. And then people like would see me on campus like that week and was like, well, are we gonna have like a party on campus? Like, are you gonna invite this lady so we can meet her? And I was like, well, I don't think we're allowed to have this on campus, but I guess I could make this educational, right, enough to have it on campus. So I started hosting toy parties on campus. And originally they were just for women. And then I was like, well, this seems kind of crazy to just invite the women because like, we would always have to explain, like, this is how you would explain it to your partner. So I just was like, well, we should just start having the guys come, or if you had a female partner, just have your partners come to the next workshop. And the lady I remember at the time was like very against men coming. And she was just like, no, like, I don't want them here. Like, they're going to be immature. And I was like, listen, I don't want these teenagers or young adults to keep having to go back to explain these things to a partner, because what if they're not explaining it correctly?
Right.
Yeah.
So we started having co-ed sex toy parties. So that's pretty much like how I got started. So there was no awkwardness for me. I was like, this is all educational, and I want people to continue to be educated about how to use all these products so that they're safe, but also really pleasurable.
Interesting. That's interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like I've heard of these parties before, but I've never been to one before. So excuse my ignorance, but like when you're obviously it's a lot of education, but are you guys actually like using the toys there? Like on or just more okay.
I mean, they pass them around so you can feel like how much they vibrate, how strong they are. You can feel the texture of them, but like nobody's going into the bedroom or the bathroom to like try it out. Like nobody's doing that. But like, yeah, just how I'm going to show you guys here today is exactly what they would do at the party. You get to, you know, you learn the names of them, the function of them, you pass them around, you feel like how strong they vibrate or, you know, the function of them. That's it.
Got you. Okay.
That's a perfect segue. Shit.
Perfect segue, I think, man. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna pass the rock to you, man, and kind of just follow your lead, learn from you, and ask questions from you.
Awesome. Well, when I start with toys, I really ask people to come with an open mind. Come with an open mind of, I'm here to learn. It doesn't mean I have to use any of these products. It just is allowing me to be educated about them. So if I ever want to use them, I know how to do that. But also if a partner were to introduce them to me, I'm familiar. So I just ask people to have an open mind. So usually I start in order. So I give people the smallest one first, and then we'll work our way up. Okay. So this is a bullet. A bullet's always like very small. It's like usually the size of your pointer finger. And depth wise, they're not that deep, but they pack a lot of power. You can buy these in like anywhere. They have them at any adult store. You can also buy all toys online if you're not comfortable going in the store yet. You can buy a lot of these things online. And I'll share some resources with everybody at the end of the show. But a bullet is great because for women, you can use this on your clit, or you can use this vaginally. And it's small enough, so like it's the size of your finger. So if you were used to masturbating with your finger, this, all it does is vibrate. That's the only difference between this and your finger. But it is fun to use with a partner because you could hold this on your clit while having sex or receiving head. If you are giving head, then you can take the bullet and put it to the side of your cheek, and now your mouth feels like a vibrator on a stick.
Damn.
We're not gonna speed past that. Can you just say that last line for the lady?
That's some game.
One more time. I know my wife's gonna listen to this. I want everybody to just tune in. That last little part you say, I'll make sure everybody hears that last part.
You can use the bullet as a vibrator while giving head to a man. You put it to the side of your cheek while his dick is already in your mouth, and it feels like a vibrator on top of his dick.
Wow.
You can
That's
also
some
take
game.
this and put it under the balls as well if he's open to that.
Ooh. As long as they don't explode, I'm good with that.
Lots of good functions
Stupid.
for the bullet, but there's all different types of bullets. They have ones that are thicker, even shorter than this or longer than this, but a bullet is always a really good like starter vibrator. Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Bullets.
Okay.
It kind of
Yeah,
it
so
looks
that's
like
a
a
bullet.
shotgun shell a little bit. Like seriously, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So then we're gonna step up a bit. We're gonna get to a little bit bigger of a size. Okay. So this is also a vibrator, but it's a little bigger. This is like another like nice gradual vibrator. You can find vibrators that look something like you want to pick a vibrator that you feel really comfortable with, and something that's usually like silicone based, because you can put you can wash these with soap and water. You can use these with lubricant, and it's not going to break down the material. So these are really good because it's just another step up, but these pack a lot more power. So a bullet usually only has like 1 speed, maybe 2 or 3 if you get a good one. These have about 10 speeds. And it's 10 speeds, but it also is 10 pulse patterns. So you may get one that's just like a regular vibrate, then you may have one that's another like stronger one, and then you're gonna have one that's like kind of like a flashing, like it's gonna come in waves. Like they're all different. Very strong. You can also use these for the same purposes as the bullet. Okay.
Now, quick question. So pulse pattern is basically like translating to like a stroke for a guy.
Yes.
So is like a pulse pattern, is there a specific pulse pattern that works best for women?
No, every woman is different. It depends on what you like. It really depends on what you like and your tolerance too. I mean, some people are more sensitive than others, and some people are more advanced than others. So like, you know, like some people might go straight to like an 8 because it's stronger, versus somebody else is like, yeah, I'm good with like a 2, you know? So I like that it has 10 different, you know, pulse patterns and vibrations, but like, that doesn't mean I have to use them all. I can work my way up with those. Vibrators are also great for women because you're actually training your body to have orgasms. You're training it because you're using it at your own pace, and you're using the patterns that work best for you, that one, get you aroused and stimulated, but also what gets you to the point of orgasm. So this is like good practice for women to like really learn their bodies and like what gets them to those points of arousal, but also to orgasm. So I always recommend it for those purposes.
And just for clarity, can you use that one like in the shower, the bathtub as well?
Yes, all of the ones I'm going to show you today, you can use in the shower and the bathtub. Most toys you can use in the shower and bathtub now. Back in the day you couldn't, but now you totally can. And they tell you all of this on the boxes that you purchase. They tell you exactly like how to where you can use them, what products you can use with them, and all of these. So this one has a battery that goes with it, but all the rest of the ones I'm gonna show you today are all like plug-ins. They're plug chargers. So this one, like, there's just like a little hole here, you just plug it in and that's it. It'll let you know. And then you can usually get like 12 hours of playtime out of these before you have to charge them again.
Damn.
Yeah.
My phone died before that.
So this is a regular dildo. Difference between dildos and vibrators. Dildos are just that. Vibrators vibrate. So this is like a standard dildo. It's very soft, it's bendable, it's flexible, which you want if you're going to be using one, because the vagina is not straight up and down. It has some depth and curve to it. So these are very soft, very nice. A lot of women practice on these. You can use these for if you want to practice riding, because you can sit down on it. Or if you're in a different position, you can stroke yourself with it. Or if you're with a partner and you want them to stroke you, you can use a dildo for those reasons too. They come in all different shapes, colors, textures, and things like that. But I've had this one a long time, and it's been through some stuff. But it's still standing. So
what it's been through, Jen?
Well, I'm just saying, like, all the toys I'm showing you today are not my personal toys. These are all like ones I use for things like this. But I mean, like, it's been through a lot of workshops.
Right.
It's been do some moves. Like it's been made.
I'm just messing with you, Jay. I'm just picking with you.
It's still all good shape. I also recommend dildos if women want to practice or men want to practice putting a condom on. These are good. I think all women should know how to put a condom on, because you may encounter a partner who doesn't know how, or they're using the wrong size condom. So I think it's really important for women to know how to put one on. And so if you have a dildo at home, it's good to practice on it. You can also use a dildo to practice giving head on. So you can always use them for those purposes too.
Okay.
Got you.
Okay. All right. So we're ready to move on up into some
bigger,
gaudier toys.
I can tell at the next level
300-400
right
level
here.
now.
Yeah. Everybody, let me sit up straight. Oh my God.
Holy shit. Is that a glass?
It's a glass dildo. So you can see it got hearts on it to go with today's theme.
Yes.
But it is a glass dildo, and a lot of people don't talk about glass dildos, which it still like surprises me. But glass dildos are great because a lot of partners really like the texture of glass because it's hard, it's very firm. But the great thing that you can do with glass dildos you can't do with other toys is put it in the freezer.
Whoa!
You use it on your partner.
Wait, give us insight to the freezer thing. Like, what does the freezer do? Like,
it's the temperature change. It is like the contrast of like you're putting a cold, hard object into a warm, wet pussy.
Damn, so I just need to throw some ice on my shit for a minute. And then
I never thought about that.
I ain't never thought about that neither.
You said that's cold, hard object in a warm. Okay, I'm sorry, continue.
And like men may not really understand the contrast of it, but like for women, they will you get it. And a lot of women are like, yeah, I don't know if I would do that. But once you've tried it, you're like, I mean, okay, I can see the appeal now. It's not something you do all the time, but you may want to try it every once in a while because it feels really good. And it's a lot different than any other toy that you use. Everything else is like the same material. It may just all vibrate differently, but this is just like the temperature change and like the hardness of it adds a whole different element. And I think honestly, it elevates the experience because it's something so different. It's out of the norm.
Damn.
I've never heard it. It's kind of like taking an ice bath and then going in the hot tub, Bolo. Like from an
like contrast, contrast.
Seriously, yeah.
So let me ask you this. So with that, obviously it has to be cold. For a woman, does it only work when you actually insert it, or could you like, does it still stimulate the body if like you're kind of working around
the nipples or the clit or something?
Yeah, just kind of the clit. Yeah, like all that. Okay, gotcha.
Sometimes it's a nice element. Like when I have talked with people before, even when I've used glass dildos before, it's actually kind of nice when you're blindfolded and your partner is kind of like teasing your body with it. So like they may take it and like rub it across your chest or rub it around your nipples, right? Or like even like take it down their back. Like it is like a bit of like a tease element, right? But also you're feeling the coldness all over. You're not really sure where you're going to feel it next. Like it is a bit of like a buildup.
Got you.
It's true game right there.
That's real game. Now I got another question. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And you don't have to put it in the freezer. I mean, if people don't want to, they don't have to. But I think that is one of the benefits of having glass dildos.
Now, with it being glass, is there like a time frame of when like, okay, you've had this for 2 years, you probably should like move on and buy a new one? Because like I know this sounds so silly, but it's glass. I feel like at some point, like can the edges get a little like you don't want to chip a piece and you insert it and now you're dealing with this. I'm just saying glass. That's all I'm saying. Safety first, y'all. Safety first.
I've had this dildo probably like 5 years and nothing's ever happened to it. Like it's been fine. Again, it's been through some things with me and like
Okay.
I mean, obviously you want to keep them clean.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to swap them out every few years, like I think that could be fine. They don't cost that much. I mean, depending on like to the level that you want them, because I have a different one that has like multiple. It's like it has different grooves on it. So like it's one groove on like one half, but like the further deeper you push it in, it's a whole different groove. So like those ones might cost a little bit more, but like you can get just a plain one with no, like just smooth and it'll be very inexpensive, probably under $20.
Okay.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
wild.
Very
Yeah.
affordable. Very affordable.
Okay, so glass soda. So all right, so let's talk about couples. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Love it.
Here we go.
So this one is called Double Fun. Okay, and this is made by Satisfier. It's like it's I don't know how to describe. It's like a U shape. So women would insert this piece inside them, and this part actually would sit up like on your clit. Like it really clips on. So like it's deep
Like a
inside
stapler,
you.
stapler almost.
I don't know if people want to think of it that way, but
I know, right. That's true. That's true.
That sounds
That's
painful
true.
right there.
I was just looking at the shape of like, but yeah, that do sound painful.
What'd he say, Jen?
Ain't always me saying some silly shit like just to throw it out. Like I'm just looking at it like,
Hey,
damn,
people
like
watching this.
clipping it,
They watching this. What this significant
getting
other
all ready, getting all
ready,
aroused
getting
and
turned
shit.
on, and Bella said like a stapler.
Dry as
The
a
whole
desert
body
now.
changed.
I didn't messed up the whole groove, y'all. I apologize, y'all. I'm good for at least one. I'm good for the rest of the show. I promise.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Jen.
So this part goes inside, this part sits up on your clit. Okay. This part turns on. The great thing about Double Fun is this part has a double motor in it. A lot of toys don't always come with a double motor. It's like a single motor. And I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Ooh, I heard
Oh, yeah.
right there. Oh yeah. I hear a little something.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
man.
one has, because it has a double motor, it is so strong. And it has so many different pulse patterns. It like almost makes it hard to hold it because of it. So this is a great toy to use before having sex, or maybe even for some foreplay. Now, I'm gonna say two things that makes this toy a game changer for couples. First thing is it comes with a remote.
Turn off the lights.
I ain't got to do nothing.
And light a candle.
We just stepped game night up, right?
Yes,
we just
did.
stepped
We
date night up,
definitely
right?
did.
Like you can go out on a date, she's wearing it, you're controlling it.
Damn.
We at McDonald's right now eating a 10-piece McNugget with barbecue sauce. Back down.
Yes. So I was recommending this toy a lot while people were like in quarantine and they're like at work, both working from home. Like you gotta try to, get some different energy going at home and stuff. So this toy was like really great. Second thing that makes this toy a date night changer, it's Bluetooth accessible.
Oh shit.
Come on,
It's
man.
Bluetooth accessible. So Satisfier has an app, and you can connect your toy to the app, and you can control it better than the remote. You can actually pick the pulse patterns. You could pick how long that pattern goes on. Like you can actually control it with your finger. You can be like, yeah, I want it to feel like this on her, and it will vibrate like that. Like you want it to just go long, like you can control all of it, and she's now on the receiving end of it.
That's insane. I could be downstairs on my phone warming the pot up before I even get upstairs. That's crazy.
Exactly.
It make your job a lot easier, Bolo.
Look, boop.
I'll be up there in a minute. Shit.
So those two big game changers with Double Fun.
I ain't gonna lie. So
that's dope. That's dope.
This is my
That's
favorite.
my favorite one.
That's my favorite one so far. I'm not gonna hold you because like
all last year, this is what I gave out as wedding gifts was Double Fun.
That's a hell of a gift. That's a hell of a gift.
Now I do have a question real quick. How far away can you be like for it to still work?
So you have to be like on the box. It doesn't give like a range, but I feel like when I have talked to people that used it, like maybe no more than like, I would say like no more than probably like 80 feet, like 60 to 80 feet. Like
that's not bad though.
I think it kind of depends on like where you are too. You know what I mean? Like depending on where you are and stuff like that. Some people they love the aspects of the remote app on the phone, but for some people it didn't work as well. So I think like it's trial and error. Like you got to work with it to see like how it works. If it works better in the house, works better when y'all are out, or like how close you are versus how far apart you are, right? Like it's like you got to vibe it out and see what works.
Facts.
Got you. Very interesting.
Yeah. So
damn.
really, yeah, that one's it. I do love that one. And so moving on, same brand, Satisfier. They up their game. So this one might be too much for people, right? Like the double motor take your ass out in a couple of seconds. So they came up with another one. Oh gosh, what is this one called? That's double fun. I have to look and see. I can't remember the name of this one now.
It's all good, yeah.
But so they stepped it up. So this one has a magnet on the front, so it clips to the inside of your panties.
Oh,
whoa.
So it has like the groove here. So it literally can either be sitting up on your clit, or you could put this actually right under your vagina. And then, or if you want to move it closer to your anus, you can, but at least when you clip it, it's not going to move. And this one also comes with a remote.
Damn.
Or it can connect to the app.
Got you.
But this one's like very small, so like this one like can hide in your panties a lot better. This one, I mean, is a lot bulkier, right? Like you see the difference.
Right.
So it really it you know, depending on what you're doing or what you're wearing, you know, this one may stay in there a lot longer, but same functions as the other one. Both are very strong. So, and honestly, even with the double motor, you can't really hear it when you're out. Like, you know, other people can't hear the vibration. It's strong, but other people still can't hear it. And this one packs a lot of power as well.
Damn.
So both are really beautiful. I like the colors of them. They aesthetically look nice. Like you could have this shit sitting out and some people would never know what it is.
Yeah,
no,
like,
for real.
I would have thought it was a mouse. You know what I'm saying? like a computer mouse, not a mouse like an animal.
Mouse and a stapler. Like I can't with y'all. Like,
oh man, that wasn't no better, D-Nell.
I said computer mouse, not like the little creature the mouse, the computer mouse. Come on,
that's
y'all.
even worse.
It ain't worse than a damn stapler.
Yeah, that's just as worse. Put no damn mouse in your damn drawers.
Get us best set. Get us best set in on the right topic, Jen. Come on, boy.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about the love triangle.
Oh man.
Okay. So this it looks like a highlighter, right? Like a highlight, right? But you pop this lid off, and it's actually a clit stimulator.
Ooh.
So you put this part on the clit, you turn it on over here, and there's two different buttons. So you can either strengthen the suck feature, or you can strengthen the vibration sequence of it all. This one is also Satisfier, so this one also can connect to your app. The fun thing that makes this one different than like the Rose that a lot of people go crazy about or other clit stimulators, this one is also Bluetooth accessible and connects to your music.
Dang.
Break it down, Jen.
So you can actually have this vibrating and sucking onto your clit by the beat of the music that you've chosen.
Whoa, you damn near making love to yourself for real. That sounds crazy.
Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? I got some gangster shit going on while you in the bathtub.
So you can make your own playlist of how you want this to work for you. But one of the game changers that I do love about Satisfier is on the app, you can also, they have a community page. So they have a community page where other people have saved their vibration patterns or playlists, and you can choose one of theirs to use on yourself.
Damn.
Bro, I what, Jen? I've never heard
it's
this.
A whole other world we just tapped into. Like this shit is.
It's a community, bro. Like
it's
you
a whole
go in
other world.
Like, okay, okay, Jen's playlist.
I'm feeling
Let's
it
see. Okay, I like her little R&B that she got going. Let me tap in.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Now
you talking some hoe.
Y'all know that. Let's be real. Y'all know that first little when you first start doing whatever. That first, whoa, it catch you
a little bit.
Yeah,
stupid man.
So I love it. It packs a lot of power. I like that you can, like actually like obtain other people's playlists and patterns, because like sometimes it's almost like being with a partner. You don't know what you're gonna get, right? Like until you really are with somebody, especially the first time. So I really like that aspect of like, I could choose anybody I want to kind of essentially fuck me and they're not even in the room. I like that element. I think it can be fun.
That's crazy. That's a whole different world. Like you can literally have sex with somebody and not even be there.
Exactly.
Like legit.
legit do it. That's a whole nother level of like self-pleasure. I feel like, and I don't want to change the conversation, but I feel like women they got the best like toys for themselves.
They got a lot of tools.
You got the suction cup, you got the regular dildo, you got the vibrator, you got the double,
you got the mouse, you got the stapler,
the highlighter, you got it all. Damn, man.
That is wild, though. That is wild.
The music part, now that's crazy. I've never heard that in my life, for real.
Yeah. But it's just so crazy to think about, like, just like the magnet where you could just put it in your, like, people literally just probably be in the grocery store just like literally stimulating like a motherfucking, like, we don't even know.
That's
like,
what I have no idea. That's what I be thinking, y'all. Like, you see somebody outside on the sidewalk and you just think it's just a regular old, just a regular person, whatever, and you have no idea what they really, no wonder why people be smiling so hard and just in a good mood.
That's funny. That's wild.
Damn, you be seeing people out on a date night. You be like, damn, they all up on each other. Like,
no, for real. That's true. Now I'm about to be peeping the same. Like, baby, look at them.
Right.
They got it. I know what they doing.
They got that double boy, baby. That's what we need to be doing.
Oh shit.
That's crazy.
Okay, so I got a few more.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about anal play.
Okay.
Okay, so I did bring some anal plugs.
She the plug.
There's different sizes. Okay, so anal plug. A lot of people like anal play because one, that is where most of your nerve endings are. So you have very intense orgasms with anal play.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people like to have multiple holes plugged because it definitely arouses your body more. You have more of an intense orgasm. There's just like it's a very intense feeling. So a lot of people have like anal play. So some people use butt plugs. I always suggest people when they use butt plugs to use lubricant. Sometimes you want to use a thicker lubricant, maybe an oil-based one, that really helps insert things a lot easier, and pull them out easier. But for one like this, it has like a little handle on the, like kind of a pull. Yeah. So with these, they're meant to be gradual. So like everybody's not gonna, be able to go up to this level the first time. So you want to start small. Most of these have some type of indicator of like how deep you want to put it in. But the point is, once you put them in, the slower you pull them out, the stronger the orgasm is going to be.
Okay.
So for some people, they really just like to use the finger like in the butt. And so like, that's great, but you don't have real indication of like how deep, right? Sometimes your partner's like, I don't know, should I put the whole thing in there? Like, there's no way to really like gauge it sometimes, So like a toy like this, like at least, you're like, don't put more than the first beat in there. Like, that's it, or like, don't go more than the second beat. And they have longer beats that have like way more stopping points. But this is the one I have. And then it makes it a lot easier to pull it out because of the handle on it.
Got you.
Yeah. Okay. But, so yeah, and I have like,
enough.
I have a bunch of different ones. They're all in like different shapes.
That's wild. And
they're all very soft. Nothing, I mean, you can get hard butt plugs, but like all the ones I have are soft.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a vibrator and it's called Destiny.
Hey, Destiny.
And this by far is probably the strongest toy I have. And it honestly is probably too strong for me.
Damn. Come on, too strong for Jenifer Smith?
Too strong for me. Okay, so this toy is about like 7 inches long, and it has 3 different functions. It sucks, vibrates, and licks you.
Lick?
Stop playing,
Jen. So it has a tongue in there. Can you see it?
I see the tongue.
Tongue, the clitoral, and then the whole piece vibrates. Okay, so when I first got this toy from my business partner, I was like, wait, what? Like, it does all these functions, and each of them have like 10 functions each.
Oh, I hear it.
Damn, I can hear that. Like, that shit.
Yeah, see how strong it is? Okay, so let me show you how strong it is.
Oh,
damn.
You see like the grip on it?
Suck the meat off the bone.
Damn.
Right.
So with the tongue,
with the feature. Hold on, you see the tongue part?
Oh, the tongue, yeah.
Does the tongue like get like lubricated, or does it just get lubricated from the vagina?
Just from the from the women. I don't know if you can see it,
Yeah, I
but
see it. I'm
Yeah, I can
moving.
see
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
Damn, that's
So
crazy.
it's very strong. The whole damn thing. It just is like it's too much. Like it's like you see,
That's
it'll suck
intense.
on your arm. That thing.
And you was like literally like
Like a leech. Yeah. I feel like with that
Damn.
toy, like you damn near, you don't need another person to do it, but it's more beneficial if someone else holds it for you. Because I feel like it's so damn
100%.
strong and powerful that it'd be hard for you to be, using it yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. Look, I'm trying to take it. I never remember how to turn this damn thing off because it's so strong. Okay, thank God. Yeah, it's more beneficial to have a partner because when you try to use it by yourself, it's just like too overwhelming. Like you can't even hold it on top of all the other things that are happening. So yeah, I always recommend it's called the Destiny. And it's strong as fuck. Like it literally there's 10 lick patterns, 10 vibrating patterns, 10 suck features. So like it's gonna get you there whether you want to or not. It's gonna get you there some way, somehow.
Right. I didn't wanna.
Now, Jen, let me ask you this. So, like, say somebody who obviously is very into like the toys and like the different functions and like how many like different features that each toy has. Can you see somebody getting addicted to the toys where it kind of like throws off the sexual chemistry a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, occasionally I see that where people have like overused their toys to the point that they're like not interested in having a partner, or they're with somebody and they're overused. They're using their toys to the point that they don't no longer want to be engaged with their partner. Then we have to have a conversation, right? Like in therapy of, is there something that's happening that's making you not want to be intimate with your partner, right? Like, is there something going on? Are they not satisfying you? Are you is there something happening in the relationship that doesn't make you feel connected to them? Like there's lots of different variables to talk about, but I do always encourage people to take, I don't like to say take a break, but like take a step back sometimes of not using them as frequently. I think it's pretty normal for people to use toys all the time, but I just think sometimes when you're using them to the point that you don't have any stimulation when somebody else is engaged, now you become dependent on them. So we want to be able to like kind of take a step back so you can actually get back into a rhythm with your partner.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Because look, hey, because I can just see something that's battery operated just be undefeated. So at certain points, you know what I mean.
And be real, man. As men, we act all macho and stuff and all that stuff. But listen, we get insecure too. We have feelings as well, and it's like, damn. Like at the end of the day, I don't care who you are as a man. At some point, you gonna come, right? That toy ain't stopping.
Battery.
She said 12 hours.
Going.
I don't know no man going 12 hours. I mean, let's say taking some pills, some medicine. I could be wrong, but I don't know anybody who's going 12 hours straight. You know what I'm saying?
And most women don't want to go that long either.
Right.
But it is good to know just how much like battery life they have because like everybody may not charge it after each time you have sex or use it. I do suggest washing them after every use, but like some people may not charge it, and that's fine. But like I know we're still gonna be good for several more rounds if we don't charge it. And for those people who have kids, it's like maybe not convenient to charge it at home. You know what I mean? Like put it out on the dresser, you charge it, and then the kids come on like, what's this? Like, you know what I mean? So you're like, yeah, we'll charge it when it's really dead and we have to. But, some people, But, and all of the ones I showed you just now, like they are all, you can hook them up to a charger that hooks up to the wall. Like most of them have like a USB attachment, and they all have like somewhat of a different charger, but so I have one more toy.
Okay.
It is one that men usually don't like to see, but I have to share it because I know that you have women followers too.
Yeah, a lot of them.
So it's the biggest dildo I have, and it is King Noir's dildo.
Okay.
It is very big and large and in charge.
No, I'm sorry. Y'all say make sure you explain because you threw out King
some people
Noir.
don't see the video. Yeah, we gotta like give them like a visualization of what we're looking at now.
We're looking at and exactly who King Noir is, so we get some little bit more clarity.
Yeah, so King Noir is a porn star. He also is a good friend of mine, and he was very fortunate to have a company that wanted to mold his penis. And so now he has his own dildo, and people can watch his films on Royal Fetish Films, and see all of his work. But I mean, it is a complete replica of his real life penis. And so that, I mean, essentially they have all types of molds for all different types of porn stars. And even like for men, they have female porn stars like pocket pussies. So like you can masturbate in the mouth of your favorite porn star, you know, like
that's fucking wow.
Yeah, I mean, they have all those types of things accessible to people. But yeah, I'm like, I always bring King's dildo with me because women always want to see one, like very big. And you know, but also like I like to have it around because I mean, we never know what kind of penis we're gonna get with a partner. So I think it's good for women to practice giving head on a big penis and like a small, you know, like on a small dildo. So like you are prepared no matter what penis size you're gonna get. Or even if you're a male, like and you have a male partner, like you are prepared for whatever partner you're gonna get. So I think it's good to practice with different types, different size toys, so that you know what you feel comfortable with, but also like you know how to handle it whenever you get it.
You gotta be prepared for whatever. You know what I'm saying?
If
You never know.
Stay ready. You ain't gotta get ready.
You ain't gotta get ready.
It don't matter the size, the shape, she's ready. No, I ain't gonna lie. She posted that in her story, like, I think like a couple weeks ago or something. I said, I think I heard her. I said, Jen, I know you're not using this. You're not using this, Jen. She was like, this is actually my friend's mode. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right, let me be quiet. I guess this is what it is. Like, shout to that brother. Shout to that brother, man. He doing his thing.
It's interesting the messages I got anytime I post King Noir. Like, it's either like a lot of hate in my DMs, or it's like, well, shout out to him. Like, good for him. Like, I would pay him to fuck my girl.
Hey, that brother, man.
She's had it. Like, I get all types of different messages, and then other guys is like, that ain't really him. You know, like no dude's dick is that big. I'm like, I mean, he's a porn star. You can go back and check the work.
Yeah,
but
we gonna keep that brother where he at.
Hey, we gonna cut this scene off. I don't want our wife to see this shit.
Oh my gosh, man. That is so silly.
Oh man.
I actually brought this dildo on Love and Marriage with me, and they had to blur it out because it was too big.
Damn.
They're like, it's too obscene for the Oprah Winfrey Network. So
yeah, that shit was crazy. So, that shit just covered up the whole screen.
They could only see like the shape of it, but they didn't know, like, I couldn't really, they cut that scene out, so people didn't know like it was like a full-fledged dildo.
Real quick, since it's fresh in my head, as a woman, is there like a such thing as too big, or is it just all relative to who that woman is? I'm just curious.
Yeah, it's all relative to who that woman is.
Gotcha.
Really depends on like what your tolerance is. I think I might have did a poll on this not too long ago, and I think most women wanted like something under like 7 to 8. They were like happy with something under 7 to 8. Yeah, they were like, anything more than that, like that's just like, it's just too much dick. Like, I don't really know what I would do with that. Like, or they've had partners, like, I mean, they didn't do anything any better than with somebody with something smaller. So like, you know, or some people are like, I'm just more focused on the girth rather than like.
Right.
I've heard that a lot. I also heard
emotion in the ocean.
Emotion of the ocean. But I also heard, and I don't want to say it wrong, but like, and it might sound crazy. I can't remember where I heard this from or who said it, but there's inside the woman's vagina, like there's only, I don't know if it's like 3 inches, 4 inches. There's like a certain point to where like, even if you're big, even if you're like 10 inches long, your ladies only feel like a certain amount of pressure. Like, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Your
G-spot's in the front of your vagina. So like most people are like, yeah, I mean, like, why do I need anything past the G-spot? You know, because it's within like the first 3-4 inches of your vagina. So people are like, yeah, I don't really need any more. Or like, yeah, if it's deep enough, then people feel like it hurts. You know, like it's like, oh, like it's pushing on my bladder, on my uterus. Like,
right.
Some people just don't. Yeah, they just don't like it to be that deep, or they don't want a penis to be that big for those reasons.
Well, I think the overall message for all the brothers listening in, man, be confident in whatever you got, whatever you blessed with, the size, 100%. The shape.
Put it down.
Go in with confidence, and you're gonna have successful results.
That's it.
We dropping
Love
good
that.
though. I love that. All right,
Did I
man.
teach
So
you guys something new? Did I teach
Oh
y'all
my
something
gosh,
new?
you didn't open up our world to a whole nother area. Like when we think we know, we have no idea. Like
yes,
I'm still
yes.
stuck on the vibrator on the jaw. You know what I
With
mean? Like that just blew my mind. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna
and
cut
then you
that
got
clip and
people,
post that.
you got people out here just going to the grocery store at dinner, you know what I'm saying, with just the magnet on there, just getting right. You know, shit is wild, man. It's a whole nother world we gotta tap into, D-Nail. We gotta keep
Listen,
elevating.
I
You know what I'm
thought
saying?
I was kind of freaky, but shit, I ain't touched the
You know what I'm
ceiling yet. I
saying?
ain't touched the level 3 yet. I got ways to go.
He
So,
said level 3.
baby, you're tuning in. We got a lot to try out, baby.
I mean,
So,
it sounds like I just introduced some good Valentine's Day gifts. I don't know. It sounds
That's
like
a fact.
speaking of gifts, real quick, can you name? There was one site that had like four of your toys was from like one site. Do you remember which one it was?
Yeah, at Satisfier. You can go
Satisfier.
directly to Satisfier. That's the brand of these toys, so you can go and get them. I will also give the website for some of these additional toys, so that you can find them, purchase them. I think honestly, like setting up a date night if you're in a relationship to go to the sex store together is great. I think it's a fun time. Whether you like tell your partner ahead of time or not, I think it's a fun time to like go out, go to dinner or do something. And then you're like, I want to make a little stop on our way home, and going in and looking at the toys together, talking about things that you would try or not try, like just being able to open up that dialogue together. And because most of the toys are out, you can touch them, feel what the vibration feels like, or if you want to try like getting a sex swing, or you want to try like getting a liberator pillow, like you want to try different things, like you both are there to explore it together on equal playing fields. And I think that can be really fun. And then you really get to choose like what you want to try. And if you're single, it's still a good time. Like it's a good time to get a few friends together and go and just kind of talk about like what you want to experience. But if you don't feel comfortable going to the store yet, I highly recommend going onto different websites and looking at them. You can go to Satisfier, you can go to Adam and Eve, you can go to, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the name, but there's lots of different places. I do not suggest going to Amazon to buy toys. A lot of people do because you can get them quick, but when you go to Amazon, you know that you can also buy used things on Amazon. The last thing you want to do is get a toy that's used.
Damn.
Or get it from a different country and you don't know, like you can't read any of the directions.
Right.
So I always suggest going either to the store and buying them or purchasing them directly from the company itself so that you're able to really know like what you're buying.
Damn. That's a good game right there. That's good advice.
Yeah, thank you for dropping that.
I feel like Amazon just a one-stop shop. Everybody feel like they can go. You know what I mean? Then they come in the box. You ain't nobody got to see you. It's gonna pull up on your doorstep. So let me just get it quick. So
hey,
I want to get freaky. All right, I know Amazon is a one-stop shop. They got everything you want. But if you want to get freaky, Amazon ain't the move, y'all. All right.
Ain't the move.
True game for my girl Jen.
There's certain things you can't be cheap on and be
exactly
convenient on. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. That's a fact.
It's what it
exactly.
is, so.
You want it to be safe. You want to be able to enjoy it and not have any surprises later from it.
That's real, man. Jen, you dropped a lot of gems today.
It is crazy.
Super real quick before we let you go, I did see that you're about to drop or you put a teaser out about a foot page. Is there any little information that you can kind of I'm trying to put you on right now for all of our men, ladies, whoever who got some foot fetishes? I mean, listen, are you dropping something soon? Can you give us a little bit of information? Talk to us.
Yeah, for like probably the last 3 or 4 years, like the foot fetish community has really come through, and they've really been vocal about how much they love my feet, want to see them daily. And I just could not wrap my brain around it for the longest time. But then I had a couple of guys that wanted to sponsor me and pay for pedicures, buy shoes, buy nice things for me because they liked my feet. And so I was like, I mean, this just seems kind of crazy to not take it up, and I've talked to some other, other people that have feet as their kink and have dedicated pages and have dedicated OnlyFans and things like that. And I was like, it's a lot of money out here to be made, and
Facts.
feel crazy not making any, because probably every day people hit me up and ask me like, when am I going to post pictures of my feet again? Or like, when am I going to have a foot page, because they want to see it. And I was like, yeah, like in 2023, I'm not leaving money on the table. I'm going to take it.
Say that again.
So yeah, I'm working on it. And then I'll let people know when I drop it. But yeah, I put the teaser out the other day just to kind of see like what guys were, people would really want to. And like, man, it was a very strong response.
Damn, get that money. Get that money.
Get that bread. Take care of them feet. Wash them good. Lotion them up. Pedicure. Do the whole thing.
That's what I got. Money. This is how you make money, though. You let people come and do that.
Come on now. She a hustler, Bolo. She a hustler, Bolo.
Talk to him.
Man. I mean, that's just what they want. So I mean, they want to come clean them and wash them and rub them down, and then they leave. That's fine by me.
Hell yeah, 2 birds in 1 stone. Shit.
Right. You get your feet done, you get a massage, and you get paid.
And it's interesting because a lot of people are like, oh, like, but like these guys will want to fuck you afterwards, and like they just want to, like use you. And I was like, no, like you have to understand, like people with different like fetishes, like it's really about those particular items. So like these people only care about my feet. Like they think I'm nice, cute, and whatever, but like they are only interested in my feet and like how they're tending to them. Like it's almost like we operate separately. You know what I mean? It's like, I know I have to talk to you and like pay you because you're attached to them, but like I'm really interested in your feet. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's totally fine.
Damn.
Like,
so yeah, like you don't understand. Like it's not at all. Like they really are only interested in them.
It's almost like Bolo, like if it was their choice, like they'd cut your feet off and take it home with them.
Listen, I went on a couple years ago during the pandemic, as I was like exploring some of my own like kinks and fetishes and stuff like that. I joined a group where like guys were looking for girls like so they could, like participate in foot fetish play. And I met this guy, and he liked to take women out on dates, but he only wanted to go on a date with your feet. And I was like, well, this is interesting. I'm intrigued. So we met up and we talked, and he told me all about his foot fetish, like what it looked like to him. He really was only interested in feet. He wasn't interested in dating or anything like that. He liked feet. He liked the arch of them. He liked the way that they looked in shoes. He liked the way that they be polished with a certain color. Like he had very specific things. So he was like, if we were going to go on this date, and we went to the movies, and he was like, I want to go to the movies, but I want to take off your shoes during the movie. I want to be able to look at them, smell them, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, if the date goes well, then I will offer you an allowance for you to go shoe shopping. And then I will pay for your pedicures every 2 weeks, but you have to get the polish that I want. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let's see how this goes. So we go in on the date, and he takes my shoes off. He's looking at them, tells me how much he likes them. He's like smelling them, rubbing them up against his face. We're in like the reclining chairs at the movie. So like he's on the ground, kind of like on his knees, like just like having my feet in his face. And I'm like, this feels super weird, right? Because we're in a movie theater, people walking by, and I'm like, this might be more than what I thought I was up for.
That's intense.
Yeah, he wanted to like lick my feet, suck on my toes, like all of it. So I let him do it all. And I was like, this might be like way more than what I was prepared for. But the movie wrapped up, we like left, parted ways, whatever. And then we like kind of had like a debrief like later the next day. I was like, yeah, I just don't know if I could do this. Like this feels kind of weird to do it in public. Like, I don't know. And he was just like, but your feet were great. Like they were just like everything I'm looking for. And I was just like, I'm here expressing my feelings, and all you want to do is talk about my feet.
About my feet.
He like, fuck your feelings. I need them feet.
Like, did his ass even make eye contact with you? Probably was talking to you, just looking at your damn feet the whole time.
I mean,
like,
he was fully engaged and like gave all his attention to my feet. I mean, like when he would come and sit back next to me, he'd be like, oh, like asking me about the movie. I'm like, what's the movie? I'm completely distracted right now.
Literally, like,
but I mean, like he was very nice. He was very nice, but I mean, it was clear that it was all about my feet, and like I was just like a formality. And that's how some people are. But I've had other people that really care about me and talk to me, and like, you know, they're like, oh, like I really, you know, like the picture you posted with those boots on. Like, would you like another pair of boots? Like, is there a pair that you've seen that you would like me to buy? Like, everybody's different when they're foot fetishes. Some people really like shoes and they just want to see pictures of your feet with the shoes on. That's it.
Right.
And then there's other people that want to see your bare feet. It's all very specific.
Like like I said, I haven't even tapped into this type of world yet, y'all. Like I have so much to learn just about this. Like this is fucking crazy. Like
I mean, so yeah, I was like, I mean, this is what people are asking for. I'm not leaving no money on the table.
I feel it. Get them coins.
Fuck around, make millions this year.
Hell yeah. Shit,
listen, I come back to the porch, I'll be a sponsor.
Hey, you know what
say
I'm
less.
Hey, she gonna start charging below that.
Hell yeah.
She need 10 rats to get Jen on the porch now. Can't afford you, Jen. Sorry. Hey, anybody out there, if y'all got a bicep fetish, let me know, man. I'm gonna see what I can do.
Bicep fetish.
Yeah, we appreciate you so much for coming back onto the porch. Been another very fun episode, and obviously, you know, we're fans of you, friends of you, so we're gonna continue to support. So whatever you got going on or anything else that you're, you know, deciding to do in 2023, you know, the porch is gonna support you. So we thank you.
Facts.
I appreciate you, and thank you everybody for all the love from when I was on the first time, and I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys so much. I love your questions always, your energy, like it's unmatched. And yeah, like if anyone wants to follow me at Sex Therapist Jen. I'm available for booking for most events for the year. I'm not full yet. So if you want to fly me out, speak at your event, do a couples night, a game night, anything, I'm open to it. So yeah, hit me up at sextherapistjen@gmail.com or follow me on Instagram and drop me a message and let's make it happen.
Let's get it. Let's get our girl Jen booked, y'all. We ain't trying to leave no coins on the table all 2020.
No money on the table in 2020.
No money on the table. That's damn near the theme for the rest of 2023. No more money on the table.
No money on the table. Take it off the table.
Shout out to Caffeine. Shout out to YouTube.
Believe.
Shout out to Believe. Shout out to everybody that's supporting us. We appreciate it. It is the month of love. So go ahead and show love. But obviously not just this month, every month, but just show a little bit more love this month. And obviously this episode is going to get you right in that nice place, wherever you want to do, how you want to do it. You know, we just giving you the tools to get you to that place you need to get to, right? So follow us at Porch Podcast _. We on all your listening platforms. We always giving you the game from a lot of different directions. So this one, what's the NSFW? Not safe for work. So we got to make sure we put that out there before anybody get into this one, because this one's a little crazy. But yet, D-Nail, we got another banger. God is good. Another banger.
Good, man. Yes, another banger. Another good one, man. Y'all continue to show love. We're going to show love back. And Bolo, how do we end off every episode?
Just make sure the best you
is the best you, and we out. Peace.
Started on the porch, that was where it all began. Had to put in work, every day we got it in. We chased all our dreams and now they can't believe it. We make it look easy, we achieving everything we needed. Now we undefeated. If we link, no, it's only business. If we get to speak and leave them speechless. I did things for free, but now it costs to see me. When you see me, you ain't gotta greet me. Just don't plot to sneak me. I'ma see it, I'ma stop and watch you lose and get defeated. What do we bleed? Came from the jungle, we humble but hungry and hunting to feed. People don't want us to leave. They love us and rush to the bus when we run in the streets, thinking we stunning the sea. We came from nothing to something, now up in the lead. Now we ain't coming in peace, hunting for blood and to crush everyone in the league. We got a reason, we put in work every day of the week, every month, every season. So many schemes, had to go hard for the team. We gave our all and succeeded, came from the deep end. Warming up pots, cooking ramen at times, that was all we was eating. Now we be feasting, 5-star restaurants every week. Whole team dripped in cloth and it's seamless. They looking hard when we step on the scene. Call us outcasts, we so fresh and so clean. Ain't about cash, please don't ask for a meeting. Just hit the stoop out the spaz on the beat. Nah, it ain't rude if you ask for the fee. Just play it cool when I tax you the fee. We need a pool in the back with a cord and a board to go jump off and splash for the heat. Live for the day, cause the past can't determine the future or where you gon' actually be. Keep staying present, our presence a blessing. It's all that we have and we actually need. I'm taking action with passion, detaching the ones who keep acting attached to leech. I am no pastor but actually preaching. Look up these lyrics and actually read them. That was where it all began. Had to put in work, every day we got it in. We chased all our dreams and now they can't believe it. We make it look easy, we achieving everything we now we undefeated. If we link, no, it's only business. If we get to speak and leave them speechless. I did things for free, but now it costs